President Donald Trump has announced the expansion of reciprocal tariffs on imports from dozens of countries worldwide, marking one of the most extensive tariff actions after the pause. These new tariffs, ranging from 10% to as high as 41%, are set to take effect within the next week and aim to address what the administration describes as unfair trade practices contributing to persistent U.S. trade deficits. The executive order signed by President Trump imposes varying tariff rates on goods imported into the United States based on each country's trade balance with America. Countries with larger trade surpluses facing higher levies include Laos and Myanmar at 40%, Syria at 41%, Brazil effectively at 50% when combining baseline and additional tariffs, Canada at 35%, and India at 25%. On July 29th, Trump even reflected his frustration of failing to reach a trade deal with India and slapped a 25% tariff along with penalty due to its import of discounted Russian oil. For countries not specifically listed, a baseline tariff rate of 10% will apply. Here's what the tariffs on each of the countries look like. This move builds upon an earlier executive order issued in April that introduced a flat additional tariff rate across all trading partners, but now adjusts rates more precisely according to bilateral trade imbalances. The administration frames these reciprocal tariffs as necessary measures under emergency powers aimed at rectifying long-standing unfair trade practices that have contributed significantly to large and persistent U.S. trade deficits. By imposing duties proportional to how much each country exports relative to its imports from the United States, this policy seeks greater fairness in international commerce while encouraging trading partners toward more balanced agreements. In addition to announcing these new rates, President Trump has delayed certain planned tariffs. For example, reducing Mexico's initially proposed levy from 30% down to 25% with a further delay period granted before full implementation, reflecting ongoing negotiations or strategic considerations. These sweeping reciprocal tariffs represent a significant escalation in U.S. protectionist policies under President Trump's current term. The broad scope covering dozens of nations signals an aggressive stance intended both as leverage for renegotiating existing agreements and as direct economic pressure against perceived unfair trading behaviors. For more news and updates, keep watching Live Mint.
In a world where business never stops, Mint keeps you ahead, any screen, anytime, from studios to the ground.
Mint is doing brilliantly well. It's a well-read page, I would think.
Mint breaks down business, leadership, and lifestyle, boldly, visually, and smartly. From boardrooms to markets, from personal wealth to industry trends, we bring you the insights that matter. What fuels India's biggest CEOs? Ride along and find out. Want to invest like the pros? Learn from India's top market experts. Your money, your future. We make finance simple. Step inside breathtaking homes and the creative minds behind them. India's real estate scene decoded. No jargon, no fluff. Some chase success, others create it. Meet the ones who made the impossible possible. We don't just talk business, we show it. And the world's watching.